That was a stupid ass thing to happen. I don't care. That's messed up. I was trying to send. Why you send me some fat titties of somebody on a damn stream? Do this on freaking Kick or something. Like, don't do it here. Why are you doing it here? I'll bring that video. I'm gonna bring that stream up again. I'm private it. Don't worry. Not now. After I edit the clip, freaking. I don't even know what the hell I saw, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's chill a little. I'm not gonna go on this app. We're done. We're done. We're done with this app. I don't care. Why? Why are we doing this? Huh? What? Like what? Why are we? I lost my. I lost the way. I lost my train of thought. Why are we doing this? Huh? Let me set up something. Man, we were going good, bro. We were actually going good. Stuff happens. Man. We were going good, bro. Like dead ass. We were going good. Then something has to happen. I'm trying to look for something to do right now. On the stream. I don't want to go on Twitter right now. Like, bro, alright, this is YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. Recommend some stuff to watch. We'll chill a little. I don't want to talk about the incident that just happened. And we don't want to talk about that. So if any videos could recommend, chill a little. We're not going to spend too much time right now. I kind of lost... I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost interest in the stream after that, but we gotta finish it, you know. We gotta put on a show. So what happened was, for those of you that weren't watching, someone decided to show a freaking picture of some. I don't even know what the hell they showed. I just checked it again, and my eyes were in horror. Did you fear for your life? I feared for a lot of things, but not my life. Like, bro, you gotta, like, I'm not gonna freaking do, we don't want a freaking I show meat incident, you know? We just don't want that. I'm trying to look for something right now, because, you know, like, we gotta chill. Let's listen to Backstreet Boys. Oh my god, we're back again. Alright, we're on YouTube. Prim's Hood Cinema. That's on another channel, not here. He's funny. What do you guys want to watch? More of a crossover path? Eventually. Is that video still up? No. Good. How many lives do I have on there? You see, yeah, I saw it. Crossover of a few generations, indeed. I was actually supposed to do a WrestleMania 27 video with him like a year ago, but it just never happened. Fear for life. Bro, we did not fear for our lives, bro. Come on. By the way, those of you that like some other stuff, shout out to this channel. I'm going to upload a video on here like in the next 3 days. Something else is coming. So if you like this channel, you know, you can check it out. But I'm trying to think of something to do right now, because I don't want to end the stream with that. We need to watch something. I'm going to watch Marky D. This is a re-upload, but I never watched it before, so I'm going to do it. Nah, this is long now. We need to mix it up. You want to laugh? I just hope Tony gets the professional help he needs after wrestling, after witnessing something traumatic. I feared for my life. Yeah. I feared for my life. I see your twin brother Nelly Furtado video banger. Yeah, bro, and he knew how to make that video. He worked on that for a while. He researched it very well. I was actually proud of him when he made it. I want to see what. Listen, I know you guys don't like Polana. I love it. I just want to see what he has to say about this. Please.
Tony Khan is such a clown that I need to use this thumbnail again. He really did it.
Bro, this guy has a video, unlimited videos on standby.
Punk and Jack Perry footage was shown on AEW Dynamite tonight, and it was exactly what we expected. CM Punk basically said exactly what happened play by play in his interview with Ariel Helwani. I don't know why Tony Khan thought releasing this footage now was going to make a difference.
Don't they like Polana? I think it's because for the YouTube, do you fear for your life for reason? Bro, come on. I think they don't like him because he has to make these like controversial different take videos for the sake of it. I think that's why.
Anything, this man is just getting cooked on Twitter for it. It's actually so bad. He is such a clown for this. I can't believe Tony Khan thought this was a good idea. You can even hear the fans in attendance chanting CM Punk's name. I really believe this was the final nail in the coffin on AEW's grave. The company has been going downhill for some time.
I don't think so. It's not that. It's goofy, you know, but I don't think it's to that point, you know what I mean? It's another nail, but it's not the final one, you know what I mean?
Now, and the way that AEW and Tony Khan are getting cooked right now, it's looking like this man embarrassed the entire company, and this accomplished absolutely nothing. It makes AEW look like a joke, and it's honestly kind of sad to see. It backfired so bad that the company's now sending out copyright strikes on Twitter for anyone reposting the video, and the fans aren't happy because it looks like they are backtracking now, taking everyone.
I got a CM Punk shirt today. I just might wear mine right now, you know? Traquel Cup was the biggest AEW Mark Charles and clown, to be honest. I called him out on Twitter and he blocked me. I actually heard about that. I hear that every once in a while. Can I watch a video on Randy Orton's Amazing 2009? Who made a video on that? I know I didn't. Wait up.
Everyone's video down. They're claiming everyone because they are getting made fun of left and right. The fact that CM Punk was fired over this, honestly, is actually crazy. Tony Khan saying that he feared for his life makes it even worse. You can even see Tony Schiavone looking embarrassed before and after they show the clip. This man saw the death of WCW, and I think he just witnessed the death of AEW.
I need to know something. How the hell does this guy edit his video so fast? How the hell does he get a video, even if it's 6 minutes? This is a 6-minute video with a lot of clips. Even with stills, it would take a long time to make this. How the hell does he get it done in... He got it done an hour ago. So, he edited it. Bro. This guy edited the video and uploaded it within 2 hours.
Tonight after this nonsense. It's so bad that even Forbes is...
You have to write this down? You have to yap a lot? How do you get this done?
Taking shots at them. They posted the results of AEW Dynamite, and it says CM Punk defeated Jack Perry. You know you messed up big time when you got Forbes cooking your ass like.
Motherfucker made this video 2 days ago. I think so, bro. Like, how? I'm confused. Because if I try to make an exact video like this, word for word, it's going to take a long ass time. It's just random clips in a video recording. That's it. Bro, I make videos all the time, so it's weird to me how he just got like this. It's just crazy. Like, I know he copied all this stuff. Let me show you guys.
That it's not.
I'm going to show you guys how I make videos, and if you guys want.
Just Forbes. Just take a look at some of these other tweets that I've seen, and this one comes from Alfred, and it says,
"Yeah, but let me ask. This guy shills for a WWE a lot.
AEW has officially tricked itself off the streets. CM Punk beat Perry's ass more than he let on. Punk said, I didn't punch anybody. And in a tough guy business, the Young Bucks were like, yes, you did. You kicked Jack Perry's ass. And we have the footage. This is a great take. This is a great tweet. And I still don't get why the Young Bucks thought this was a good idea, or Tony Khan, whoever was behind it. Humble.
It was based on emotion. That's literally what it was. It was based on emotion. The fact that they went about things the way they did, you know, it was on emotion. It's not going to make you money. You just did it based because you were just mad that he talked about stuff. Just post it on Twitter, not on the show. That would be cool. Maybe I might do it right now if you guys want.
Wrestling says, so what Punk said on Ariel Helwani's show actually happened? What did it accomplish? We don't know, Humble. We're still trying to figure that out as well. Patrick the Heel says that CM Punk chant on Dynamite for the Young Bucks Mission accomplished? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh my God. Patrick also said, guys, I don't think I'm a CM Punk fan anymore. What I just saw, man, it was so shameful, embarrassing, and damning. What a maniac, a liar, a P-word, and what a piece of shit. I feared for my life, and I'm sitting on my couch. I can't imagine what Tony and Jack felt. This man is trolling Sword, and it's hilarious because this is exactly what I think AEW expected us to say. This is not what we...
Same, but with editing, I feel like you need to have some interest with it. Yeah, it's just, what's it called? I wouldn't, like, listen, my editing ain't the best. That's kind of the reason why, like, we don't get viral videos and stuff. It's mostly because of AS Pro. I can't really go on Premiere Pro. I went on it once, and, like, bro, I looked like a freaking idiot. I just looked at it, I was like, huh? How do you deal with this? So, my game plan is to grow the channel more and just get someone to edit the parts on Premiere Pro while I edit the rest. It'll make the videos more engaging, but in order for that to happen, we gotta work harder.
We actually thought at all, honestly. If anything made you look worse. Julian says, so this is the footage. It just looks like Punk described. LOL, my respect level might have went up for Punk after seeing this, honestly. Julian also said, they went out here copyright striking the footage now after seeing the responses. How are you going to try to wipe the footage off this app when you were the ones to release it? This company is so unserious, man. And that's a great take. That's a great opinion that I completely agree with. Eric Bischoff.
Reddit videos seem to do well. Yeah, the popular video channel like Maven or Secret. Did you ever plan on making a video about their career? I made one about Maven. I made one like 3 years ago. I actually like that video. Go check it out. It's before my... It's after my unexperienced time. Like, I actually did a good video on it.
Even joined in and said that it's a gold mine for clicks, but it's for everyone but Tony Khan. And I can see what he means by that, because everybody, including me, is going to make a video on this footage. Somebody asked Dave Meltzer if he's going to find a way to defend Tony Khan and Jack Perry. It's going to be funny to see, but even Dave Meltzer said, I don't think showing it was a good idea. Dave Meltzer, your #1 fan, does not think this was a good idea. Bully Ray questioned Tony Khan and AEW's decision to air the footage of the backstage fight, and he said this, is this what's going to get more people to tune into your products? Punk admitted to everything he did, so let's just say that this video corroborates everything that Punk said. Where is the win for AEW here? I don't see the end game. It's not like they're airing the footage to prove what Punk said was wrong. Punk admitted he put his hands on Jack Perry. Punk admitted to a verbal altercation. What a misfire. But anyways, in September, he spoke on was shown. Nothing was on having the Gen Company says this isn't our.
Nah, yeah, you were right. He just added images for most of the video. You were correct. We're watching Mick Foley destroying his body for entertaining video.
AEW decision. Everybody said it was a terrible decision before it happened, and in the end, AEW still did it. Okay. They got cooked. And honestly, I think this was the true death of AEW. I think they go downhill from here. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
I don't think they go downhill from here. Bro, watch Mick Foley destroying his body for entertainment video. Is it long? Look, I'd rather watch a couple of shorter videos. You know, it'd be better. Bro, why isn't Pilata making long videos anymore? Punk is my goal, makes it better. Is I was born in Illinois, so it's like the home state hero to me. Yeah, bro. He represents the city well, not gonna lie. Like, he actually represents it very well. Always talks about Chicago, you know, Chicago this, Illinois, da-da-da. So it's cool. Alright, Mick, I'm gonna Mick Foley. What the hell? They're already downhill. Well, they are downhill. I just don't think that's the final thing, you know? Should we watch this, chat? I think we should. I had to do better thumbnails. I'm not gonna lie. Let's watch this.
1, 2, is this on?
April 2nd, 2006. About halfway through the 4-hour biggest show of the year, while the outside of the Chicago All-State Arena would be covered with lights, flashy signs, and marquees that plastered the words WrestleMania 22, the inside of the arena would be littered with broken weapons, burning skin, and fans in awe of faces and bodies covered in blood. And within this mess lay one man in particular, a man who, although he may have lost the match, managed to win over the hearts of fans on this night and on many nights before by continuously giving his all to the sport he loved. By making
doesn't work worked it
making
though,
his
bro.
name synonymous with the
Damn.
word hardcore. This man was Mick Foley. On this night, Foley entered the match with a 42-year-old overworked body that had up to this point suffered a broken toe, a broken wrist, a ripped off ear, a twice broken nose, 2 herniated discs, 4 knocked out front teeth, 5 broken ribs, 8 concussions, and a dozen more breaks, tears, and fractures. Yet despite these physical limitations, he was determined to put on the match of the night. And did he ever? In the sport of professional wrestling, it's not only the winners who garner the love of the fans. Viewers now understand that what it takes to make a good match is the in-ring relationship between both the winner and the loser, and the sacrifices that the loser must make to ensure that the winner looks like a complete force to be reckoned with. This is called putting over a wrestler, and by enduring decades of pain and torture in the ring, this is something that Mick Foley has been doing since his debut, all in the name of respect for the wrestling business. Mick Foley.
Bro, Mick Foley, let me say something about him. Mick Foley, as a kid, was one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. You feel like, why? His matches were just so entertaining. But looking back, bro, this guy used to, he used to do some crazy stuff. Even as a kid, I used to think this guy was crazy. I was like 5 years old. I used to think this guy was insane. I'll never forget the first time I watched WrestleMania 22. I had the DVD. It came out like a month after WrestleMania 22. And I remember the first time I ever watched that hardcore match. It was the most appealing match to me on the entire show from there. Because I used to watch WrestleMania 22, the DVD, all the time as a kid, especially in that summer. So I remember that match very well. I've almost memorized. It's a good memory, but he really took a lot of risks.
Foley entered the world of professional wrestling with a body type that some would say is unconventional for wrestlers of his time. He traded in the bulging biceps and the perfect abs for messy hair, a slight slouch, and a crooked smile. But even in 1983, at the age of 18, his physical appearance meant nothing when considered alongside his passion and determination. The same passion that had him making 6-hour drives from his New York college campus to his wrestling school in Pennsylvania. This is where his skill set began to match his passion under the tutelage of Dominic DeNucci, a tenured legend with global experience who had a multitude of styles to teach his students at the time. Eventually, this determination would land him small on-screen matches for the WWF, where he would quickly be squashed by more established wrestlers. This is where his penchant for pain and injury began, when in one of these squash matches, he faced the Dynamite Kid, a wrestler known for going off script and throwing stiff punches at the new guys as a form of initiation instead of the typical
Chris Benoit's greatest inspiration, the Dynamite.
Performance punches that look much more painful than they actually are. It was one of these stiff punches that injured Foley so drastically that he wasn't able to eat solid food for several weeks. After this short stint in the WWF, he toured different independent promotions until landing in world-class championship wrestling, where he went by the name Cactus Jack. Under this moniker,
bro, this guy's crazy. You know why? This is based on one thing. This guy jumped onto a freaking crate in WCW for just to jump on it. He might show in this clip in this video. I'm pretty sure he will.
Mick Foley would become notorious for dangerous feats such as being on the receiving end of stiff strikes and delivering top rope elbows onto the concrete floor. After witnessing his love of high-risk danger in the form of a 12-foot elbow drop onto fellow wrestler Kevin Sullivan, Ric Flair, who was the WCW booker at the time, along with Kevin, decided to offer Mick Foley his first ever full-time contract. A contract that came right at the time when he was having massive financial struggles due to traveling from promotion to promotion, chasing his dreams. It was during this time that Foley gained his distinct look of the missing front teeth, but surprising to many wrestling fans, this wasn't a moniker gained from in-ring damage. Foley was actually involved in a car crash at this time that took 2 of his eventual 4 missing front teeth, a look he was more than happy to keep so as to help him live up to his extreme gimmick. It was at this point that Foley would once again dabble in smaller promotions like UWF and TSW, where violence would become even more embedded into his style. During this run, Foley would become the innovator of a weapon that American audiences weren't yet used to: barbed wire. Whether it was hanging wrestlers using the wire or participating in matches where the ring ropes were wire, Foley became synonymous with the spike-covered, stringy substance. This was the birth of the Maniac stint of Cactus Jack, a rebirth version of his former self, which made its way back to WCW, where he began to use his signature phrase, bang bang, as he laughed hysterically. Although debuting as a heel, this eventually made him a fan favorite, which pushed him further into main event feuds. But one of the most memorable feuds of this time was with Big Van Vader, a wrestler so well known for stiff strikes that he was at a point in his career when many wrestlers would refuse to work with him, out of fear of actually being physically injured. But to no surprise, news like this only excited Foley more, and he jumped into the opportunity to work with Vader, making this one of his most vicious feuds up to this point. During their second match together, Foley was scripted to become injured at a certain point, but he wanted this injury to feel as real as possible for the fans. So although most ringside activities always use protective mats to shield the possibility of real injury, for this match they decided against it, so fans can feel the true impact of the bumps. However, Vader's powerbomb to the unpadded concrete floor actually gave Foley a legitimate concussion and even caused him to lose feeling in his left leg momentarily. To make matters worse, months later after recovering from this injury, Foley went right back to his feud with Vader in what WCW called a Texas Death Match. A match so brutal that steel chairs, steel posts, and steel steps were only some of the more typical weapons used, while cameras, pre-dug graves, and even tasers were uniquely utilized as weapons until both men were beaten to a bloody pulp. Though this must have been a physically demanding experience for both men involved, it proved to make great TV. So 6 months later, although the two men were now banned from ever putting on a televised show again due to their brutality, they decided to have a house show instead. And it was one that actually ended up being their most legendary matches to date. It was here that the two men attempted to pull off a scripted stunt called the Hangman, where Foley's neck would be hung in between two ropes as he dangled ringside. However, what these men didn't know was that the ropes were actually applied extra tight that night, and Foley found it impossible to move as he was being choked out. When he finally freed himself, the friction of the rope he had to scrape through to survive left a massive split on his ear that had left a third of it hanging off his face. In the spirit of the show must go on, the two men continued trading blows until Vader eventually...
This guy went to Japan, blew himself up in those crazy ass matches. He wanted to be king of the death match. He just did not care. And he's still in pain to this very day, bro. Like, we all remember these moments. Like, almost every single one of these moments, we remember them. Like, I'm not going to say we don't remember them. We remember almost every one of them. They stood out that time. They're very unique because there was not many people out there that would hurt themselves purposefully to put on a show. He was one of those guys. And when you hear someone like Ric Flair call him a glorified stuntman, it kind of takes away, like, a little bit of what Foley's about. Basically, his character is the fact that he will do anything to win a match. That's literally what it is. And there was something courageous about him. The glorified stuntman thing, I don't think it's a good argument because he actually had good matches without the stunts. Obviously, stunts enhanced and stuff like that. But still.
Eventually ripped the piece of the ear completely off. A piece that the referee would then pick up and hand to the ring announcers, becoming one of the most horrific sights in professional wrestling to this day.
No.
Shortly after this, Foley then ran through numerous stints in SMW, IWA, and ECW, bringing his signature style of brutality everywhere he went. Many of these matches began to involve things like bricks, body bags, thumbtacks, flaming chairs, flaming iron rods, and of course,
are all wrestlers glorified? Just done with that logic. They're glorified gymnasts now, basically, right? You know what I mean? It's just Foley was a brawler. He was a pure wrestling brawler, but was also a guy that did some crazy ass spots. You know, his strength is brawling.
course, barbed wire. An especially vicious series of matches was known as the King of the Deathmatch Tournament at Kawasaki Dream in Japan, which was an all-day event that started early in the day and only got more and more brutal as it went on into the night. This show drew a crowd of 28,757 attendants, which was the largest crowd ever for an IWA Japan show. The first round of the tournament started in the daytime and was a barbed wire baseball bat and thumbtacks match, which Foley won. He then went on to win the semi-final match, which was a barbed wire board and spike nail match. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more inhumane, nightfall came. And along with it came the tournament main event, which was a barbed wire rope exploding barbed wire board and exploding ring time bomb death match, which proved to be as hard to watch as it was to say. Yet no one in the attendance could look away. It was a complete bloodbath for the two men involved, with Foley suffering extreme pain from the mixture of cuts from the barbed wire along with the second-degree burns from the C4 explosions. To make matters worse, he also had to endure...
he actually walks. That's insane. Maybe I sent you a video from the Hawk. That's if we watch it. We'll see.
These burns...
But like, bro, this guy did everything. This guy did everything. The problem is, the young guys now, like Darby Allin, try to top of this. It's never a good thing, bro. Shut up and enjoy the show. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, bro, you see people, like, he's going through real glass. Jack Perry's out here talking about real glass himself. These people, they have their legacy, you know? Mick Foley has his legacy, you know? But he himself would recommend not to do these damn stunts. It's just so stupid how people shill. They shill so much for, like, AEW or WWE stuff. They kind of forget that the wrestlers get hurt in these moments. It's just dumb.
during his 14-hour flight back to America the next day. Recently,
well, at the same time, those spots get you over. That's what's the unfortunate. This is what's the unfortunate truth about it. You know.
Foley had stated that for this entire event, he had only been paid $300. This is why it was a relief that shortly after, Foley had been signed to a full-time contract with the WWF, one of the top promotions at the time. Due to years of mutilation and damage, Foley already wasn't looking
Yeah, but get blown up for $300, bro. This guy's different.
too good at this point, so WWF head Vince McMahon wanted to cover up his face. So instead of debuting as the infamous Cactus Jack, he came in as Mankind, a leather mask wearing, mentally unstable psychopath, known for dwelling in boiler rooms and speaking to a rat named George, pulling out his hair and randomly screaming "mommy" during matches.
But what does Quantavis have anything to do with Cody?
Began performing in brutal matches such as buried alive matches, steel cage matches, dumpster
why are you
matches,
mentioning
and the infamous boiler room brawl, a match created as a result of Mankind's penchant for lurking around in the boiler room.
Bro, I loved this match as a kid.
But the most infamous of these specialty matches was his 1998 Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker, which is one of the most iconic matches in wrestling history. This match became known for its high level of danger and its low levels of precaution. When planning the match, Mick Foley had pitched the idea of starting off the bout with him being thrown off the top of the cage, then climbing back up and being thrown off again. Undertaker, his opponent for the match, replied with, "Mick, do you want to die?" Foley replied,
Bro, there was this one point where he threw him off the cell. Undertaker was just standing there like, bro, I don't even know what was going through his mind. He tossed him. He's standing there. People don't know he's injured himself. People don't know he's probably worried about Mick Foley. It was crazy.
"We've got a heck of a legacy to live up to, and I don't want this match to ruin it." And they definitely lived up to it by following through with Foley's absurd pitch of Undertaker throwing him.
I bet that company made more than 300, bro. Most definitely, bro. Most definitely. That's what's insane, bro. They should add 2 more zeros in there. And even that's not enough.
16 feet off the top of the cell, crashing through the wooden announcer's table and landing on the concrete floor. And just as he planned, less than 5 minutes later, with a dislocated shoulder, he climbed back to the top, only to later be chokeslammed through the top panel of the cell. The additional fall was actually not part of the initial plan and resulted in Foley losing both a tooth and the match. Years later, the referee for the match, Tim White, said that although he was aware of the planned spots, he still felt like he was having a heart attack throughout the whole match. A feeling I'm sure everyone could relate to, as the lasting image of this match being a bloodied Mick Foley laying on the mat as his tooth hung out of his nose. Although this was a loss, a feeling that Foley was more than used to at this point, this match may still be the spot.
This put him in legend status, bro. This match solidified him as a legend in the industry. Most definitely. It hurt him. He went through hell. But at the end of it, bro, there was a lot of respect from others. They already respected him enough, but this skyrocketed the respect even more so. And Vince himself told him, "I love you, but don't do that ever again." And he didn't do it. That's crazy. The second spot scares me. The second spot's worse than the first, bro. It wasn't even supposed to happen.
Spark that ignited his rise to main event status. The Mankind character then became more liked and lighthearted instead of unstable and dangerous, and eventually the fans got behind this change. This lovable gimmick was only further heightened when juxtaposed with the hated characterization of WWF owner Vince McMahon, who began working with The Rock to abuse.
He even made a video about what he's going to do to you if Cody did. Bro, come on. Bro became a goat that night. Indeed, bro. When I think of June 28th, my birthday, I thought of this more than I think of my birthday when I was born 2 years after.
And defile Mankind,
Iconic moment.
although he looked up to McMahon. It was during this time that the wrestling industry was also going through a huge disruption with the constant
What was so bad about Mick Foley at the time, just when he has it, he can't wrestle long enough. You know what I mean? He was 32, yet his body was broken. Like, it was insane. Does again a year later. Wait, you talking about Owen Hart, bro? That was insane. Vince, yeah, we shouldn't mention him, bro. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. He got it. Superstar status. One of the biggest stars of the first half of the Attitude Era. Mick Foley's top 4. Top 4, top 5, you know? Rock, Austin, Mankind, Undertaker, Kane. Those 5. Those 5 were the top 5, right? But his body broke down, bro. His body broke down at the worst possible time.
opposition.
You have to remember, this guy retired at the age of 34 or 35. I don't remember exactly. But it was at 34 or 35 in the year of 2000. He was younger than some of the guys on the roster at that time.
between the industry's two leading promotions, WCW and WWF, both of which had their flagship shows on Monday nights at the same time. This was dubbed the Monday Night Wars, and up until this point, WCW had been winning for the most part. So after weeks of loss and brutalization from The Rock and McMahon, on the January 4th, 1999 episode, Mankind was finally scheduled.
Bro, this title victory, this in itself, he said, I don't deserve it. Bro, you don't deserve it? Huh? The crowds were going absolutely insane for this man. Sean wasn't even around for that part. That's the problem. What was the end of the Attitude Era? Oh, one I'd say. It just faded. You know what I mean?
To win the most prized title, the WWF Championship, a move that WCW executives got wind of due to pre-tapings. So in an attempt,
I bet Jack Perry and CM Punk's thoughts on WWE speed since you stay on Twitter. Hey, don't make the reference about the last stream. Good concept. I like the fact that it's fast paced because it goes straight for the action.
To maintain viewership, WCW did something that goes against all rules.
Making a Twitter reference. Come on.
They spoiled the match ending. Mid-show, live on WCW, the announcer Tony Schiavone revealed that Mankind would be winning, so that there was no need to even watch the WWF that night. However, this proved to be their biggest mistake. Immediately after the match result was revealed live on WCW, Nielsen ratings indicated that over 600,000 people switched over to WWF programming. This was monumental because it not only put WWF in the ratings lead for the Monday Night Wars, but it also showed that results on their own aren't what matters to wrestling fans. What matters is the ability to witness history being made, with the characters we've watched grow, and be a part of these sentimental moments that show us that anyone can achieve their dreams. From that point, WCW never surpassed WWE in the ratings, and Foley continued his must-see feud with The Rock, but this time as a World Heavyweight Champion. And this feud would culminate in a match that would require Mick Foley to do something he has never done in the ring: quit. The 1999 Royal Rumble, I Quit.
Alright, I got this match memorized. I didn't watch it. I watched the Royal Rumble 1999 a couple of weeks ago. I didn't finish it. I got to this match, but I didn't finish it because it was late or something. I have to go back to it, but this match is very synonymous. I watched it a lot of times, especially as a kid. It's kind of weird watching it now, but I used to watch it a lot because I had it downloaded on this phone, right? So I have the promo memorized, Rock's promo, his interview, and the match itself. I know the pacing in the match like the back of my hand.
Match between Foley and The Rock, and the especially savage stipulation of only being able to end
beyond the mat, remember?
Once one participant said the words, I quit. And based on Foley's past of enduring brutalization, everyone wasn't sure that it would be impossible to make him say those words. During the match, not only did Foley take numerous hits with
Rock cooked him that night, I was gonna send him to the damn grave, bro. That was insane. You said I quit. Damn, bro.
Tables and ring bells in the ring, outside of it, and in the stands. Not only did Foley take a 12-foot fall onto the live electrical equipment that sparked and caused lights to go out as he hit it, but what truly made this match one of the era's most brutal was The Rock's use of one weapon in particular: the steel chair. The steel chair has been a mainstay in professional wrestling since the 50s, so it was no surprise to see it in any match.
There was this moment where, Michael Cole was yelling, "What the hell is Mick Foley doing?" And the guy's mask is plastered in blood. His face is down in the mat like this, and it was insane. Rock didn't care. Foley had a bad thing about The Rock at the time. After that, he kind of looked at him like this, like, you didn't care much. And they had to resolve things like 2 years later. Them chair shots are brutal.
Much less a Mick Foley match. But the level of brutality that audiences witnessed that night goes beyond any way the steel chair had been utilized up to that point.
This part's like, "Sir, I quit." It's like, "Oh, you have to kill me." And it was crazy.
Here's some steel chair ground rules. For starters, wrestlers would often put their hands in front of their head last minute to shield their skull from any true damage. But The Rock had Mick Foley handcuffed for a large portion of the match, so that was impossible. Secondly, the most chair shots a wrestler was allowed to take during a 10-minute match was 3. Within the span of 2.5 minutes, Foley had taken 11 unprotected chair shots directly to the head. This sight took an emotional toll on everyone in attendance. For the first time in Foley's risky career, the bloodthirsty fans that were regularly yelling for more were now yelling to stop. And leading the screams was Foley's wife and 5-year-old daughter, who was sat in the front row in tears, believing that the head of their house...
I skipped most of the match whenever I watch, especially his wife and daughter crying for it. Yeah, bro.
...was a...
The Beyond the Bad documentary gives it a whole different perspective.
about to die. Yet when given the final opportunity to say the words "I quit," Foley tiredly mumbled into the microphone, "You'll have to kill me." Although the planned finish had Foley looking into the eyes of his family and saying "I quit," he fell unconscious due to constant hits to the skull, leaving the officials backstage no choice but to play a previous recording of him saying "I quit" over the speakers, making Rock the winner. And although a stretcher was brought out for the bloodied and concussed Mick Foley, he refused it and walked out with his head high, content with the fact that he never actually quit. A pattern that we would see in both his matches and his career as a whole. For the next year and a half, Foley continued to be a staple in WWF programming due to his highly entertaining feuds and friendships with top wrestlers like Stone Cold, Triple H, and The Rock. But at this point, years of wrestling began to take a toll on his body, both physically and cognitively, with him beginning to forget simple bodily motions and forgetting how to write and spell basic words. He knew it was time to retire, so his last match was scheduled for November 1999. But it was at this point the wrestling world received the devastating news that Stone Cold Steve Austin, arguably the biggest star in wrestling at the time, would have to spend months away.
Thought the audio's planned? I don't remember. I think... I don't remember. I made a video on the Royal Rumble 1999 a long time ago. I don't remember about that. I do know about that whole thing they said about the plan, but I don't remember ever hearing the unconscious thing.
Due to the severity of a neck injury that would eventually lead to his own retirement. So typical Mick Foley, the man who always put the fans first, became more concerned with fan reaction to losing two major superstars at once than he was with his own health. So he decided to continue.
Bro, that feud with Al Snow was so funny. He threw his book in the garbage and he thought it was The Rock. And The Rock's like, Al, who the hell is Al? That was funny.
Wrestling for
so to go from that to this is insane.
A few more months until Austin could begin making appearances again. When that time finally came, Foley wanted to go out on his own terms, in a way the fans could remember him for decades to come. So what better way to do so than with the match that made him famous in the first place, the Hell in a Cell. With the stipulation that Foley would have to retire if he lost, he put on another fantastic bout against Triple H that included thumbtacks, flaming 2x4s, and yet again barbed wire. But in the end, Foley was launched through the roof of the cage, much like he was years prior, falling 13 feet into the mat as Triple H pinned him to finally retire the legend. But if there's one thing we've learned about Foley, it's that he's a man who never knows when to quit, both in matches and in life. For the next 6 years, he continued to have on-screen appearances that involved little to no wrestling, but every time he did step back into the ring, he knew it would only be to give back to the industry and performers that he loved his whole life. Although he had been sacrificing more than most his entire life, this true era of the giving back Mick Foley began in 2003, when he decided
that soap opera, what does everybody want? Bro, Rock embarrassed him. He made him a joke. World's shortest retirement. But he deserved that main event. Hey, he was the most deserving wrestler of that main event. I don't care. He went through the most. His spots were memorable. Everyone remembers his spots. Great character. People liked him. Yeah, it should have been Rock and Triple H, but hey, he deserved it. He deserved to be in that position. Marquee front and center. WrestleMania payday. People always remember WrestleMania 2000 as the WrestleMania that Mick Foley main evented, and the whole McMahon drama thing, but that's a different story.
Decided to begin a storyline with a young wrestler who was newer to the industry at the time, but has gone on to become a legend in his own right. A young Randy Orton was being pushed as one of the most deplorable wrestlers at the time by running through beloved legends that were way past their prime. So in order to live up to the legend killer status, he began tormenting a legend that fans grew to adore by pushing Foley down a flight of stairs on June 23rd, 2003. After a lengthy feud that saw the return of The Rock at WrestleMania 20, it eventually culminated at the Backlash pay-per-view in 2004, where Foley brought Cactus Jack out one more time for a hardcore match that saw Orton utilizing Foley's signature barbed wire baseball bat in his own unique ways in order to win the match. To this day, Foley says this was one of the best matches of his career.
Thanks.
And although this match did wonders to push Randy Orton's legend killer persona over the edge, there was still one more edge that Foley felt like he needed to conquer, and that came in the form of Adam Copeland, aka Edge. A wrestler who had already dominated in the middle of the card for years, but was recently given that main event push that he so deserved. If you thought Randy Orton was a top villain, Edge had been taking notes from the same book and magnifying them tenfold. So Foley knew that the perfect icing on the cake for Edge's already heated career would be a match against the greatest hardcore legend that would be one of the most intensely brutal bouts the WWE would see at the time. So let's take it back to where we started. A 42-year-old man with more injuries than titles. On April 2nd, he entered entered the WrestleMania arena with a body that had gone through bruises, breaks, fractures, tears, burns, and concussions. So the question on the mind of every fan was, does he have what it takes to do it one last time? Well, this was a man who was constantly winning over the hearts of fans by losing.
I hate Edge so much, bro. Me too, bro. I remember. This was like the time I actually hated him the most, bro. I didn't like this guy. I hated everything about him.
To some of the greatest, whether it was The Rock.
Bro, even look at this spot.
And was constantly winning over the hearts of fans by losing to some of the greatest.
Bro, he got his ass beat on the same night 2 times. Look at this spot, bro. Does this look comforting at all? Does this look safe? No.
Whether it was The Rock.
At the same time, Hulk Hogan refused to put Randy over in his last match. Good guy wins. Bro, you're old. Your best days are behind you, bro. Time to give back. Like, bro, Hulk Hogan made like $60 million. Or I don't even know how much he made in the industry, bro. One match, just lose. You're going to make money anyways. Well, it is what it is.
Rock, Triple H, or Randy Orton. Foley made a career out of making other wrestlers look like stars, and this one was no different. Although there were many intense spots that utilized chairs, tables, and a plethora of thumbtacks, there was one planned spot that would be the magnum opus of the night. The spear.
At least this one involved Edge getting hurt a lot.
From the inside of the ring onto a burning table outside. In order to convince management to let them do the spot, they had to do multiple pre-match tests and even had plants in the crowd that were actually fire marshals just in case anything went awry. WWE officials even covered the wrestlers' entire bodies with flame retardant gel, but according to Edge, due to the large amounts of sweat from both nerves and strenuous activity, the gels washed off in about 2 minutes. This same gel was meant to be applied to the table as well, but at both performers' request, it was not. The final spot resulted in something that would take all fans out of their seats, as Edge and Foley went flying into a burning table as it exploded into a dozen pieces of wooden ember. Both wrestlers suffered secondary burns as the camera did a close-up of Edge's traumatized face, which he later revealed was a completely real reaction to him smelling his own flesh being burnt. As both men lay over the rubble and chaos they had created, Edge shakily crawled over to Foley's unmoving body and laid his arm over him as the referee counted to 3. Making Edge the winner of one of Foley's final matches with the WWE. At that moment, he lay on top of the legend. He whispered 4 words that every fan in attendance was probably either thinking, whispering, or yelling as well. I love you, Mickster. And typically, the always cheery, always happy Mick Foley did what he did best. He gave it right back by whispering, I love you too. Words that were said to Edge, but were surely also meant for all the wrestlers, fans, and the industry that he gave his life to.
W video. He actually reimagined the topic and made it creative, so that's why it's a W video. Shout out to Wrestling Flashback. Hulk Hogan and Mick Foley are 2 different people, 2 different reputations. Also, Foley gave his reply for what Hogan said about him on the show Off the Record. Yeah. When did you start the stream premiere? It's late. I started it almost 2 hours ago, but we had to delete. I had to restart it again because of some stuff that happened. But it is what it is. Hey, the year was 2004. John Cena just turned face and was already one of the most popular wrestlers on SmackDown. Who the hell is this? His character wasn't much different. Bro, we need to get a better mic. Alright, where was I? You gonna watch the video? Let me see what you did. Wait. Because I can't go on Twitter, bro. I can't. You guys saw what happened earlier. Well, some of you. What the hell is this? Bro, what is this, bro? You guys see this? Read this. Quantavious message to Wrestling Premiere.
Hey, what's up, Wrestling Premiere? It's your old friend, Quantavious. And I got a message from you. See, I'm in my urn right now.
Bro, I can't with this.
But my propaganda is, if Cody Rhodes doesn't win the title at WrestleMania, my soul gets unsealed.
Hey, no.
Wins, or else I'm coming for you.
Hey, one day.
Boy.
Oh, hell no, bro. Hell no.
During the Royal
Bro. What the hell was that, bro? You literally took your time out of that day to upload it.
Oh, here's the shove.
Shove it, man. I might watch this. I'm not sure yet. Wait up. I learned my lesson with Twitter though. Bro, hey, let's just say one thing. We got motion though. You know, I've never seen anyone. Well, not anyone, but you get what I mean. I haven't seen anyone in a while have a video made about them like that. So, hey, we got motion. Maybe someone should post that on Twitter. I know it's not going to get any likes because it's a wrestling premiere, but it's funny. Bro, I'm not learning my lesson. I went on Twitter again. So, where was I? Yeah. So, we got to change the thumbnail style. I got to change a bit on the channel. What should we watch next? It looks like I didn't stream a lot, though. The other stream was like a bit over an hour, I think. So it's kind of annoying. What time is it? 2:30? Damn. It's kind of late, bro. But I want to watch... I kind of want to watch one more video. Fontavious got too much time on his hands now that the Orlando Jordan video is done. Facts, bro. What should we watch? You guys got any recommendations? This is not the original. Or is it? Shove him in. Tony Khan. Like, bro, Quantavious. Bro, this Jey Uso skits are funny. Bro, why are they recommending my videos? Come on. Stop. Stop. Have you watched Polani? Yeah, go watch the first part of the video. I actually watched them. I got a Glock in my eye. CM Punk and Jack Perry backstage. I already saw it. I'm gonna re-upload the stream. Don't worry, just a little. React to Diddy. All right, wait up. Let's talk about something. So we gotta plan some videos for the next couple of days, right? Next couple of weeks. So I'm very interested in doing. We're gonna do Jack Swagger. I know some of you aren't gonna watch that. Again, I told you. I know. I'm gonna look at that video. It's gonna be ranked number 8 out of 10 on the views thing, but who cares? I just want to upload it. Other than that, wrestlers is most underrated peaks, right? After that, I want to do Kofi Mania. I really want to do Kofi Mania. Not Kofi Mania exactly, but Kofi Kingston's title reign. It'll be a 20-something minute video, right? After that, we could do Backlash 2009, maybe. But I need more stuff, you know? I'm trying to think. I've been watching a lot of Marky D because of you. Nice, bro. He actually knows that I make the videos. Let's see what he actually uploaded recently. Wait up. When will the next stream be? I don't know. I don't like streaming a lot. It's not I don't like streaming a lot. It's just there's not a lot of content to talk about. You know what I mean? So I don't want to come on here and be empty like, blah, blah, blah. Like, sometimes I don't got much to talk about. You know what I mean? I'm looking for something. EC3. Should we watch the EC3 video? Alright, bruv. 3MB video, I made it like 4 years ago. A long ass time ago, actually.
It's been 2 years since this video was last on YouTube, and it's honestly one of my favourites of all time. It was just so unbelievably bad. I was watching this back, and there can't be many as blatant modern day burials of a wrestler. It's just so...
Make a video on Evan Bourne. Facts. Evan Bourne. Who was from that era? Oh yeah. Lost Generation Part 2, but it kind of doesn't work because even though Kofi and Dolph Ziggler didn't have like amazing main event careers, they weren't a failure, you know? So it's tough, but I'll see.
So bad, but in a way that you couldn't look away from what was unfolding on your screen. Well, hopefully this one won't damage your spleen now that it's finally back for good. It's the best I could do whilst my computer struggles to deal with the awesomeness of my year 1 TNA video.
That happened.
Okay.
It actually happened.
Hey, EC3 in the WWE. I doubt this will even get a C. Let's see. Alright, first of all, a bit of backstory, because EC3 has jumped around wrestling promotions.
Your stream be giving me something to watch late night, be coming in clutch. I almost didn't stream today.
Bit in his time. He started out as Derek Bateman in 2011 NXT, but occasionally, good old Derek,
he likes America.
What a lame name by the way, he'd occasionally be called up to the main roster for appearances. Honestly, WWE should have added expense fees to his contract for stupid name fees. Bateman hung around in NXT until 20...
Bro, I was old Marky D more unhinged. This guy did not care back then, bro. He was crazy.
2013. And yeah, I'm including his time as Derek Bateman in this video. He went to TNA and completely reinvented himself. Everyone hates on TNA, but EC3 was actually something they did very well. He was a snobby rich punk nephew of TNA owner Dixie Carter, Ethan Carter III. In TNA he was a main eventer, and it looked like he showed WWE what they missed out on. With TNA in trouble financially, all the big stars left. EC3 called it a day in 2018 and went back to the WWE. Strangely, he kept his EC3 name. Maybe Vince McMahon didn't realise that the C stood for Carter, as in his main wrestling rival for the last 10 years. Although in reality, he just probably didn't see TNA as a rival, didn't care about Dixie Carter. They put EC3 back on NXT and he didn't make the main roster until...
Alright, let's think about this. I remember, at the time, EC3 was hyped up a lot. There was two guys they hyped up, Ricochet and EC3. With EC3, he had more legitimacy to him because he wore the suit, looked like a big tail and stuff. But with Ricochet, it was like, oh, exciting new guy coming in and stuff like that. I remember this very, very well. This is the last video or react to another. This might be the last video, bro. Like, the stuff that happened in the previous stream, I actually streamed a bit long. I would stay, but like, I don't think so, nah. I gotta work on a video I have. I gotta edit right now. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Till 2019. He still didn't wrestle much though, and continued to mainly appear on WWE C shows like Main Event. He's been in the news recently.
The worst thing about his debut was he just like came in from out of nowhere.
For his ROH appearance.
The main roster at NXT.
Is where he's doing this gimmick about controlling his narrative. A lot of people still see EC3 as a missed opportunity as a star main eventer. Some of you probably don't know this, but whilst in TNA he was one of my favourite wrestlers from the last decade. He can talk on the mic, he carries himself like a star, and he actually looks like he could beat the crap out of guys. Wrestlers who look like they dominate in the gym are few and far between today, unfortunately. But then you get some that can actually wrestle and talk on a mic, that's extremely rare. So it seemed like he was a perfect fit for the WWE. So let's find out what went on when he went to the main shows. Enough talking, let's get into it. Match 1, SmackDown, 41-man Battle Royal for a shot at the world title. Remember, he has long brown hair at this point because it's not exactly to see what he's doing in the ring, there's too many bodies in there. A few minutes into the match, he's just hurled out of the ring by Titus O'Neil. They've been feuding on NXT, but because that isn't the main show, the Hawk doesn't care about that. What an appalling start this is. The Battle Royal is won by Orton after giving Miz the RKO from the ring apron. This match is a real turd in a truck stop toilet. Match 2, SmackDown, Ted DiBiase Jr. versus Derek Bateman with Maxine. They get to introduce themselves before the match in a pre-tape video package as an NXT power couple.
Oh yeah.
Maxine won't kiss him because his breath stinks. It doesn't start well as DiBiase knocks him down and gives him an arm drag. DiBiase also hits a drop kick. Bateman is crashing to the mat every few seconds. Maxine eventually distracts the referee, which allows Bateman to cut a DiBiase across the ropes. Why did the ref need to be distracted for that one? Bateman hits a clothesline for a 1 count. He also hits some sort of net breaker, not sure what that one was.
Bro, these matches used to happen so much in 2011 SmackDown. Like Ted DiBiase Jr. be facing some random ass NXT guy. He'd always beat him in the end and be talking about tailgating and stuff like that. And his song did not match his vibe at all. I come from money. It doesn't match the tailgating football guy, bro. How does it? It doesn't match at all. The song is for a heel. Bro's a face, tailgating and stuff like that. Should have gave him some country song or something. Ted DiBiase should have returned from prison to help Cody. Bro, they locked him up in solitary confinement, bro. He was never going to get out.
It's not enough to keep DiBiase down, and they both exchange kicks in the corner. Bateman whips him across the ring into the corner, but it doesn't have enough impact.
Maxine has shown she could be a star in Lucha Underground. Bro, Lucha Underground is so good. They just, like, brought the wrestlers and their strengths, put them together. Great show. Then Jake Hager won the title in the end.
DiBiase is now back in this as he does a snap mirror, an atomic drop, and a running kick. It's not looking good as DiBiase gives him a clothesline. And there it is, Dream Street. It's over in 2 minutes. It's hard to have anything positive to say about such a short match, but the Hawk is a really talented man, and I've got some highlights for you. First of all, he didn't lose straight away, and he did manage some moves. Second, he hit a move that the Hawk isn't sure the name of, so he must have a deep move pool to out-Hawk the Hawk. And third, as we all know from Lucha Underground, Maxine is extremely hot. It's a D. Match 3, Indeed. SmackDown, 25-man Battle Royal for a spot in the Elimination Chamber. Ugh, not this turd again. Once again, it's quite hard to see him in the sea of humanity, but he's wearing red trunks here.
Where is he?
Within 30 seconds, David
Where is he? Spot. EC3, where is he?
Tonga throws him over the top and then slaps his hands off the ropes and he's out. He's the first man eliminated, so it's most definitely an S.
Bro. 67 overall, bro. He did this to eliminate him, bro.
His hands off the ropes and he's out. He's the first man eliminated, so it's most definitely an S. The final two comes down to David Otunga and Santino Marella. So back in 2012, EC3...
Bro, if you want to kill this guy, make him watch 2011 WWE, the undercard, not even the main event. He'll die. Ted DiBiase Jr.'s tailgate parties were fun AF. The barbecues were fire. I went to a few. Nice. Oh, what's it called? They used to hype him up a lot, I remember. Maxine was always on top way before Rhea. If you get that reference, you a legend. I didn't know Derek Bateman was paired up with a woman. It just happened quick. It was like in NXT.
He was viewed as far less valuable than these two morons. Santino wins it anyway. The competition in the shove-it zone for Season 2 Ring of the Hawk is really heating up. How can there be so many miserable, worthless competitors out there? Match 4, SmackDown. Derek Bateman, who desperately holds his hands above his head, versus Damien Sandow.
Bro got the after commercial break entrance. Look at this.
Match 4, SmackDown. Derek Bateman, who desperately holds his hands above his head, versus Damien Sandow. Wait, scratch that. Sandow cuts a promo refusing to have this match because he doesn't want the crowd to be treated to his match. Bateman also cuts a promo in the ring complaining that he deserves matches and he demands a match tonight. So instead, out walks Ryback. Oh, no! Bateman charges at him with a boot and tries to batter him, but he runs straight into a boot from Ryback. The crowd chant Goldberg.
Also, do you think a video on Drew's OG Chosen One run would be good? Maybe even David Otunga's? I did Drew's a long time. It's not that good, to be honest, but we already did it. Is that Santino or Santina? Santino. Did you watch NXT at this time? No. I didn't actually used to watch NXT at this time because I just didn't care for it, bro. It was on WWE.com. You never used to hear about it a lot.
Ryback presses Bateman above his head and it looks like Bateman's managed to fight it off, but Ryback crashes backwards with him. Ryback decapitates Bateman with a clothesline and then he screams, "Finish him." Ryback wins with the shell shot. This Ryback looks like another guy with some potential. He should go far. The match was a complete squash, but I saw personality in that pre-match promo, so it's a D. Ring of the Hawk is not just about...
Bro, his character in NXT was goofy, but he was low-key entertaining. He'd be like, oh, I love chicks in America. And it's just so goofy, but I liked it.
In ring skill, you have to have a bit of everything to make it as a star on the Ring of the Hawk show.
Indeed.
Match 5, SmackDown. Brodus Clay with the Funkadactyls, Quack Quack, versus Derek Bateman, who looks clinically depressed. The Fat Boy shunts Bateman.
Bro, who wouldn't be, bro? You got a job to freaking Ryback and the freaking Brodus Clay back-to-back. If it was me, I'd literally grab the rope, bro, after this one. I'm sorry.
And into the corner, he beats on him. Then he throws Bateman out of the ring like a McDonald's wrapper from his car window. On the outside of the ring, Brodus charges at him as his boobs shake left, right and centre and he headbutts Bateman down. Brodus throws Bateman to the timekeeper's area and then he puts him in the ring. Brodus continues throwing his weight around, and there's a lot of it to throw.
What did you send?
He hits a corner splash and a fall-away slam. Brodus wins the match with a big splash. I don't think Bateman landed a single move. Brodus dances with a bunch of little kids after the match. It makes me want to swallow my puke, it's an S. Bateman lost a bunch of matches after this on NXT, and then he was done. So when he signed for...
This is the most 2012... Bro, this is 2012 in the flesh. All they're missing is Natalia and Hornswoggle. Dead ass. Another short video from Twitter I sent you. Wait up. What year's better, 2009 or 10? 09.
TNA, no one was exactly impressed with their signing. They had signed jobber Derek Bateman. Someone in TNA must have had great foresight for his potential. Because, to be honest, there wasn't much to see here. Match 6, Raw, 5 years later.
Bro went far into the future.
Wait a moment, guys. On this episode of Raw, just before the EC3 match, a wild slap match appeared. Come on, Jay.
Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, that one was a stretch, but it's been a while. Anyway, back to the Shove It show. Alexa Bliss, a petrified rat, is hosting some sort of talk show. EC3 is just randomly sat there looking bored. Dean Ambrose says he doesn't know who he is and he doesn't let EC3 speak. Some of the crowd seem to know who he is, but lots of them don't also. Ambrose completely destroys his gimmick and asks him who EC1 and EC2 are. This gets turned into a match.
Hey, everyone remembers this. But do you remember that EC3 actually beat him? I barely remember that. Slap nuts. Rey Mysterio. Tyrus and Bateman lead up to the steel cage between Cena Show and Johnny. Hey, bro, you guys remember this stuff. This stuff is blurry a bit. Like, I used to watch all the time back then, but, like, Brodus Clay's jobber opponents, I barely remember that stuff.
Who is this? Who are you?
That's EC3.
Who are you? What does EC3 mean? Where are EC1 and 2? Why do you hang around backstage like some kind of mute Chippendale dancer?
Jobber alert.
I don't understand why he didn't let him speak. Match 6, Raw, EC3 versus Dean Ambrose.
Bruh. Not letting this guy speak is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Top 5. Not letting this guy speak is like asking Messi to play basketball. What the hell are you doing, bro? What? His strength is talking, bro. Imagine you shut him, bro. How do you shut him up his biggest strength? You close his biggest strength. It just doesn't. Where are EC 1 and 2? Let him talk, bro. Let him talk.
Bateman charges straight at Ambrose and takes him down with a double leg. He starts trying to throw Ambrose into all the corners, but only makes it through 2 of them. Ambrose tries to do something, but he gets an EC3 flying close.
And he's not even the best wrestler. He has the mid-card 80s babyface offense, so it's they ruined it.
Carter hits the Carter elbow, which doesn't hurt Ambrose at all. He gets straight up and he throws EC3 into the corner, shoulder first.
Baptiste.
Ambrose is now on top, but nothing remarkable is happening. Ambrose gets a 1 count off a clothesline. Dean Ambrose then starts trying to get him to tap, but he can't, and EC3 fights back. He scores a couple of knockdowns and the crowd are in complete silence. In fact, some of them are booing. EC3 throws Ambrose on his back and tries to fire up the crowd, but it doesn't work. Ethan Carter charges into the corner, missing Ambrose, who
Yo, LeBron try to play soccer. He'd lie and say he knows how to play it and end up fumbling passes and stuff.
looks to put him in a way of a powerbomb, but EC3 reverses it into a jackknife pin for the 3. Look, a win's a win, but this was horrible. This crowd completely hated this. EC3 wants to celebrate with the crowd, but only one moron in the crowd cares to engage with him. Well, this match made me want to engage my ass into the toilet bowl. It's a D, and only because he won it. It's kind of a decent start because a win over Ambrose ain't to be sniffed at. But the crowd sucked the life out of this one. Match 7, Raw rematch. Dean Ambrose versus EC3. He surprisingly gets a full entrance. It's surprising that not only his EC3 name is carried over from TNA, but also the 1% are part of his gimmick. He gets quite a big time entrance, but I'm not sure how I feel about all the ass shaking. The crowd are all sat down in silence. No one cares apart from V and Fuso Jr. in the crowd who's drunk or high again. Ambrose is determined to avenge his loss and he charges and attacks EC3 in the corner. EC3 ducks an Ambrose swing and takes a chill pill on the outside. Dean Ambrose is an idiot and chases him to the outside, which allows EC3 to cut him off as he comes back into the ring. Ethan Carter doesn't do very well and he gets an Ambrose flying reverse back elbow. EC3 gets straight back to his feet and dodges an attack which allows him to hit a big clothesline. EC3 then gives him another in the corner and follows it.
What's up, Tyler? The crowd sucked during this time. Yeah, the crowds were dry at this one. I remember. Like this era, not this era, this time period, the road to WrestleMania 35, it was kind of dire, bro.
The second rope dropkick. EC3 goes to his power game now with a big time vertical suplex, holding Ambrose up for a while. I can't tell if EC3 is supposed to be heel or face. EC3 is really trying hard and he hits a scoop slam and a Carter elbow, which is definitely not over in the slightest. EC3 then misses an attack in the corner and crashes into the ring pole. Ambrose is now back in the match and he hits a sidewalk slam for a 2 count. Dean Ambrose then heads up to the top, but EC3 crashes against the ropes, knocking him off. Then out of nowhere, Ambrose wins with a small package. Oh. So much for the push. I thought EC3 was going on a run here. What the hell happened? This was actually a good match.
50-50 booking at its finest. But man, I actually thought Ambrose had a chance of staying, bro. I actually did.
But it was just too short. It's a C. Match 8, SmackDown, 18 per...
Bro, if this is your 3rd match on the main roster, that's it. That is it, bro. You're gonna get that call soon, bro. It's crazy.
Person over the top rope mixed tag match. What? So many people in this match. Nobody could possibly care about any of these guys. EC3 actually gets into this one pretty early against Hardy, and the commentary team actually acknowledge their past history, which is strange. He then brings his brother Matt in straight away, and Matt Hardy jumps down with an elbow.
What is this over-the-top rope 18-person mixed tag?
Across EC3's arm. Matt looks like he's trying to break EC3's arm.
Hardy follows it with the side effect for a 2 count.
Crazy to see LA Knight doing the same elbow. That's over as hell. Bro, if they brought him in this time period, same thing would happen to him probably.
Matt Hardy sends him into his team's corner as the crowd chant delete. Heavy machinery in now, and EC3 gets a splash in the corner. The fat guys start joining in with Matt Hardy's gimmick, and then EC3 collapses on the mat like a goofball. He gets hit with the caterpillar, then we go to an advert break. When we come back, EC3 is back out of the match, but at least he didn't get pinned. The match breaks down later on, but nothing interesting happens. He still seems to be brawling with Matt Hardy.
How do you tag in but get him eliminated, huh? Bro, I'm dizzy right now. Just thinking about that damn match.
He does manage to fight him off, but now he's in the ring alone with Jeff. Jeff gives him the TNA twist of fate, which for some reason in TNA this move became a stunner. Asuka also kicks him in the face, so he's starting to look like a joke in this match. She also throws Hardy out the ring to win the match. EC3 did literally nothing in this match and was
but it's Asuka, so
beaten up by everyone, isn't it?
Oh, no!
Unfortunately, EC3 was just shoved in the WrestleMania 35 pre-show Battle Royal. Well, at least we don't have to watch EC3 losing another Battle Royal. I did watch it out of interest. You can see him trying to get out the camera shot at the start. I don't know why that is. As usual, he's out in the first...
Bro, they were probably going to yell at him because these two need to be on the show. They need to be covered, you know, Saturday Night Live, guys. This was Vince McMahon's booking. Losing on Ed Break is insane. Bro, if you lose on Ed Break, that's it. Listen, if you're in the Battle Royal, your third match on the main roster, and you lose during the commercial, that is it. Just find another company, bro. Premier Series year is 2018, bro. Get the hell out of here. Such false accusations will not be accepted on this channel.
20 seconds. I think it was Shelton Benjamin who eliminated him, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Match 9, Raw, Scramble match.
Bro, he was in this. Oh my god. I remember the outrage when he was in this because people actually had a little, they had a little hope that maybe, just maybe, we'd get pushed. But no, this was like the final nail on the coffin.
The 24/7 title. Titus O'Neil, Cedric Alexander, Drake Maverick, EC3, Eric Young, Gallows Anderson, Mojo Rawley, and No Way Jose all just shoved in the match. Lots of TNA links in this one. Speaking of TNA, is it just me or does this match bear a resemblance to the Reverse Battle Royal?
Yeah.
People do start making it into the ring eventually, but they're too stupid to pick up the belt. EC3 knocks Gallows and Anderson over, but he's unable to pick up the title because No Way Jose takes him out of the ring. Then Bobby Roode appears at the ramp and immediately rolls him up to take the title to him. The easiest S I've ever given in a completely dumb concept. It's funny that as time went on, the ex-TNA guys seem to gravitate together again. Guys who were a big part of the TNA show are a joke in WWE. Match 10, WWE Super Showdown 2019, 50-man Battle Royal.
Bro, he didn't wrestle on TV for 5 months. Damn. He didn't wrestle on TV for 5... Bro, they didn't like it, bro. Nah, that was an agenda, bro.
The fact that they had 50 jobbers who they had nothing better to do signed for this company is enough evidence their monopoly on the business was beyond ridiculous.
Facts.
Oh god. Out of 50 men, EC3 is...
Bro.
Literally the first one to be thrown out by Matthew Hardy. Someone behind the scenes actually hates him, I'm 100% certain of that. I'm actually offended that he was rated worse than all the guys in the ring.
Listen, let's be honest. We always say they hate him. This guy, they legitimately hated him, bro. I have no evidence. I have no proof of it. They hated this guy. They didn't like him. There was just something about it. I don't know. They reminded him of a freaking former enemy or something. I don't know. They didn't like him. He had 0 chances to show even a glimmer, bro. Even a glimmer of his charisma on the main roster. They did not allow him to do it. They never did. Bro. Your biggest weapon is the microphone. I won't call the Usos jobbers. Yeah, but look at the match, bro. This is so sad. Bro, they legitimately hated him. I believe it. This is the one, like, full 100%. You ask me who'd they actually hate, I'd say him.
We've got...
Bro, at least Raven won the hardcore title. They didn't like him that much, but at least Raven won something that was like WrestleMania. This guy didn't even have a chance to do anything.
Fat boys, luchadors, midgets, and people who look like they haven't washed in a year. Yet bro. EC3 is the first man eliminated. This match can shove it. I don't give a shit who won in the end. I'm turning it off. On a side note, this WWE pay-per-view is rated 1.6 out of 10. Not a good one then. I'm sure it's just because everyone was offended as I am about EC3's performance in the Battle Royal. After this, it seemed like WWE were toying with the idea of
what's up, Mario?
Putting EC3 back with Drake Maverick, aka Rockstar Spud. They were a great team in TNA. They had Spud saying EC3 is going to be the best man at his wedding. It's all good, but EC3 can...
Pre-Bloodline Usos were cooked. Yeah, there was a time period where like everyone was in a weird position. Vince must have thought he was CM Punk. Probably. Like, I'm trying to look at him now. Maybe he did think it was CM Punk.
Speak for himself. He was booked as a damn mute for the first few months. Why wasn't he given a chance?
Bro, Clutch from GTA 3 had more voiceovers than this guy. That's crazy.
Match 11, Raw. Final match. Rusev versus EC3. I've noticed that as this video goes on, EC3 is overacting more and more. He's doing it deliberately. EC3 charges straight at Rusev with a punch. He keeps outspeeding Rusev, but eventually his crossbody gets caught and he gets nailed with a Chris Harris catatonic.
He's done.
Rusev suplexes him with ease a couple of times. This one isn't going to be going much longer. Rusev sprints at EC3 and boots him in the face. Seconds later, Rusev gets a tap-out victory with the camel clutch. This is just appalling. I'm thankful that all these matches are so quick, but I genuinely feel bad for the guy. He never had a chance. He wrestled one last match for WWE on their C-Show main event. It was almost like the comedy team were confused by the lack of his push. They were always saying what an amazing shape he had. The answer is, his fucking shape put 95% of guys on the roster to shame. It just didn't help him. Just to go off on a little bit of a tangent and give you some extra content, EC3 revealed he got in a lot of trouble for something he did back in NXT the first time when he was Derek Bateman. Back then the show was more of a reality type show and him and Daniel Bryan conspired together to cheat and get the answers right.
I think Daniel thought the great city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Steve Blackman? Isn't that still within sports?
Steve Blackman's not even a real person. You can't answer that.
Chicks and America. So you can improve on Chicks in America. I don't trust you at all. Byron.
This seems rigged.
You think?
As you can see, it was a hilarious segment, but it all...
Bro, why was the best striker such a smart ass during that show? He was always pretentious. Yeah, be quiet. Bro looked so depressed near the end of his run. Facts, bro. He just didn't care. Marky D's Ring of the Huck is one of the fun parts. The reason why he'd be mad is because you have no opportunity to climb up the ladder, the ranks, and make more money, more exposure and stuff like that. But you're in that position. Like, they want you there. But they want you there. They signed you based on a certain reason. And they just pushed him aside. It was because monopoly, bro. There was a time in 2018 WWE when they were signing everyone for the sake of it. They weren't pushing talent. They didn't care. It was just depression, bro. Bro, you guys are still talking about Jerry Santino?
Also landed him a lot of hot water and it would have caused a lot of problems for him going forward. Maybe some people in WWE management remembered this, even 8 years after on his second run.
Probably
anyway, this truly sucked, and although it's not his fault, I'm here to grade what I saw on telly, and what I saw wasn't much. I can see why wrestling fans who only ever watched the WWE would call him a jobber. They never got to see the EC3 that I got to see. Into the Shove It's Only Goes, one of the all-time lows. This run was the definition of blows. If you don't agree with that, I'll give you a smack to the nose.
I'm in the top. What short video? Let me see this quick. I can't go on Twitter. I'm kind of scared. All right, let's see this. Why did I get lucky? Okay.
And oh man, what can I say? You dodged the bullet, wrestling premiere. You dodged the bullet. You lucky.
Bro, I'm locked, bro. My door's locked.
Title and finish his story. Oh, congratulations! You dodged the bullet, which means I gotta stay in this goddamn until the owner releases me. But just you wait. Just because don't think that you safe just because I'm dead.
W promo.
But once I'm back here at full strength, I'm coming for you.
Bro.
The game has just begun.
Oh, hell no, bro.
Pretty boy.
Hey, I ain't no pretty boy. Come on. You know pretty
Short
boy.
little fact most people don't know about Brock. I was the first.
W Maven, bro. I'm scared of going on Twitter. They messed up EC3, bro. The reason... Listen, let me say it again. What messed him up, he never had a chance. I'm not saying anything, but... At the end of the day, bro... You have to understand, bro. EC3... He just didn't have the opportunity about him. Should I watch one more? I'm kind of tired, bro. It's not that I'm tired, but like tired, like low energy. You should come on the video, man. Yeah, you're right. Man,
Short little.
Bruh, what? Wait up. Let me comment on that. You know, I think I'm end stream here. I would continue, but can't. Both videos. Where's the other one? Disabled, bro. What did The Rock give Cody? Probably Roman Reigns' necklace or something. King Ace. Bro. Shout out to him. He said he's gonna come after me if some stuff happens. You know?
This is the most petty thing John Cena has ever done. In his book, JTG shared how he pitched a merchandise idea to WWE to sell shades like the ones he wore to the ring. After months of conversations, WWE agreed and was going to sell JTG brand shades. Around that same time, JTG was doing an interview with WWE Magazine. During this, JTG was asked to describe his relationship with Shad Gaspard. JTG answered, friendship, bond, loyalty, respect. Immediately after saying the last two words, JTG knew he was in trouble, since John Cena's catchphrase was hustle, loyalty, and respect. JTG asked the magazine not to include the
$7, bro. Hell no. Bro, I don't want to hear no $7 storyline. Like, I know his life was a bit tough, but he had a bit of a connection, bro.
His words in the interview out of fear of angering Cena. Even though they said they wouldn't, the magazine still published it. Then, someone confronted JTG after finding out what he said. JTG didn't identify this person in his book, but it was obviously John Cena. Cena said to JTG, "This can't go unpunished. You know those cool shades that you have coming out? We're gonna have to put those on hold." JTG's shades were never released, causing him to lose out on a substantial amount of money. This is the most petty.
You know what's funny? JTG's book is insane. Like
The same thing-
It's a different kind of insane in the sense of like he wasn't a huge talent in the company,
Dude,
but he has so many weird stories. Like he said some guy was racist to him in the bar.
Where did it
He
start?
said it was a childhood hero. He was pissed up.
Back in 2019, I heard the blackest name in my life.
Sold off shot.
What is something?
Yeah, this is dry.
All right, what?
I'm
about to.
Bro, I'm sunburnt.
Yo. Yeah, that's 2019. That's TikTok, but I think I'm gonna end the stream. Let's wait quickly. I'll be back with a video tomorrow or after tomorrow. We'll see. I gotta finish it. I highly doubt John Cena did that. I don't know, bro. But JTG's stories were very cool. All right, WP, I'm gone. I'm gone too. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. What we got next? Baby back, a couple rack. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. JTG talked to Hogan at bar. Damn. I don't know if it was Hulk Hogan, but he said it was a childhood hero. W stream, okay. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We kind of got it ruined earlier on with some stuff. I'll re-upload that later. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know I did. Peace. I'm out. All right, that wasn't a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Peace. I'm out.